All right, welcome to the MMA Fight Game Podcast. I am here with the victorious Nat Kabba. He had a major win last night in Buffalo, New York at K4 Fighting. It was probably the biggest heavyweight bout in the United States, if not the Northeast in the United States, where some had predicted that he was there to lose. However, down maybe a 10-8 round in the first, 10-9 in the second. He needed a finish in the third, and boom, he got it with a highlight reel, vicious head kick knockout. Nat, thanks for joining us. How are you feeling today?
Man, I feel good. I feel good. I look good. You know what I'm saying? You might watch the fight and be like, dang, you expect me to look all crazy, but I don't even, yeah, I mean, it was a fight. We in a fight. We in the fight business. But one thing for certain and two things for sure. I got that dog in me. That's it. So, I answer that question for my last few fights. Answer the question. I'm a fighter through and through. You feel me? So, yeah.
So talk to me. Like, so there was some debate online this morning with one of your coaches and myself. Did you think you were down 10-8 in that first round after you had gotten clipped and went down? And also, I know that there were some at that venue that were expecting you to lose last night. However, first and foremost, that referee deserves a ton of kudos because in the amateur ranks, referees are a little short on the gun and they pull the trigger real fast. He let you fight out of that to kind of answer some question marks if you can overcome that. Did you feel you were down 10-8 or 10-9 in that first round?
Honestly, I didn't even, none of it mattered. I mean, if you watch the fight, like, okay, got dropped, whatever you want to call it. I'm defending myself. I'm defending myself. It wasn't like I was like, it was two different type of drops that we saw. And the drops that he did to me wasn't none. Hey, just got caught, whatever. It's because me playing the game. Me playing the game, whatever, cool. Never thought I was down at all, honestly. I never really, it just was, I knew I was setting things up. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't gotta really say too much. I was setting things up, seeing what he was gonna do. He really didn't let go of the right hand, honestly. So yeah, once I seen that, he wasn't trying to let go of the right hand, it was like, all right, yeah, but setting things up. I had my goals in line. Each round, you never see me with my head down, nothing. I was cool, calm, collected. And I knew I was gonna get the finish. I've been saying I was gonna get the finish for the past 5, 6, 7 weeks. Everybody I didn't talk to said, I'd listen, I'm about to get a knockout, I'm gonna get it. I listen, don't have goldfish memory is bad, but I have that when it's fighting. You'll never see me fucking like fuck. So yeah, I wasn't like that at all. So 10-8, 10-9, it could have been 10-5. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it wasn't. The fight ain't over till it's over. So,
And I just want to preference this. We are actively looking when we do a Nat Kaba interview for a sponsor for the fuck counter. Just so you know, I'm actively looking. So if like Thin Line Martial Arts wants to sponsor the counter on my podcast, especially when you're on, I'm all about it. Were you rocked in that first round at all, or no? You just kind of got clipped, went down, and then started grappling.
um, I guess I got clipped, honestly. Really, I played myself. It wasn't like he just threw a hand at a perfect time. I was southpaw. I don't know why I was trying to get the outside foot. Like, I don't know why, but also that, the cage was a little small. But I was southpaw and then I was transitioning to go to orthodox. So I didn't have my base. I didn't have my base under me. And I think, I don't know if it was a hook or a jab, but it was a left hand, and he caught me with it. Kudos to him. Yeah, I didn't have my base, but yeah, I wasn't rocked or anything. Like, I just got caught, honestly, and it was like, okay. I mean, obviously, just the beginning of the fight, we're fresh as fuck, and somebody that is a quote unquote power puncher, when they're fresh, I mean, that's probably the most dangerous. So, yeah, I got hit, but you see me getting up, defending myself real nice, putting my shoulder up to my chin. I was actively defending myself. So,
Do
yeah,
you remember that moment?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I remember. I mean, I got hit in my head. I was like, oh, bet, cool. Cause I remember I got hit and I was like, am I out? I was like, nigga, no, I was like, damn, no, I'm not out. I'm not out. All right, cool. I started working my way up. Took me back down. But for me, it was like, you could take me down, but like, you're not gonna keep me down, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care. So yeah, it was and after that exchange, any other grappling exchange we had, he was wheezing. He was wheezing. So I was like, all right, okay, we gonna play this heavyweight game. You know, we're gonna play this heavyweight game. You know, we get Garen getting our little energy, whatever. But the difference is when I gain my energy, it's gonna be a whole different, you know what I'm saying, type of energy. So yeah, it was just a whole interesting cinematic movie, honestly, in my head. It felt like a fucking movie. It didn't really feel like a fight, quote unquote. So
So the first round ends. You come out every time, first, second, third round, you went right to the middle to get the middle of the cage. Second round, did you trip or did you get caught in the second as well? And that's when you went down as well.
brother, listen, that I don't know, my feet were like sticking so nasty to like to the I don't even know. Like it just my footing was just a little bit off. Also it's probably just me from just being a little too light-footed. I have to rewatch that second round. The second round, I don't know if I got dropped in the second round or if I got taken down. I have to really rewatch the fight, honestly. But I know the second round was, you know, I think if he got a takedown or maybe a drop or something like that, but that's where that 10-9 could kind of happen, whatever. But honestly, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. If anybody that knows fighting and understands it, forget fighting, like striking. I mean, yeah, I'm setting things up in there, whatever. But you know, like if you understand it, cool. You don't, you don't. But also just from like my body of work, man, you gotta think about it. I'm amateur. I am fighting 3-minute rounds. 3 3-minute rounds. That's 9 minutes. Most of my finishes come in the third round. Now we translate that to professional. Those are second round finishes. Those second round finishes. So you look at any good striker, most of them are getting people out of there in the second round, MMA wise. Yeah. Sometimes first round, if you just kind of get in there, just like, hey, fuck it, like I just know I'm totally better than this person. But most of the time, a really good striker, second round is like, you know, second, third round is like, all right, like you about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you just look at my body and work and you understand fighting, then you should just understand. I mean, hey, for him, first round that's when he was supposed to get me up out of there. If you don't get me up out of there, it's pretty much the fight is good. For you, it's going like this. For me, it's going like this.
Yeah. And let's talk it. So that was like the first 90 seconds. And then the momentum kind of turned. You got some shots in, the heavy leg kicks. You were throwing the high kicks. And the momentum in that last 60 seconds, last 90 seconds really started to turn where you could feel the momentum shifting. Then you guys had a grappling exchange close to us, close to Danny, close to the K4 announcers. And at that one point, we're screaming to you, hey, you got to reverse that position. Boom, boom. You guys go across near the entrance, and then you start backing up. And then talk to me about that fight ending sequence.
So the fight ending sequence. So it's really starting the second round. So you'll see I hit him with 2 low kicks. You know what I'm saying? And did my feint, went up with my 1-2 upstairs. So for me, I was like, okay, cool. He's respecting the leg. He's respecting the leg. Also, take it a step back. Anytime I would throw that, he was only throwing left hands. He wasn't throwing any right hands. So for me, I was like, okay, I got dropped by a left hand twice. That's what he's trying to look for. So, so the sequence in the third round was like, pretty sure I got a few outside leg kicks. Yep. I know I got him respecting those. I was like, all right, cool. Think I feinted. He lifted up the leg. Said, okay, he's respecting it. And I remember the left hand. So the ending sequence is just, I mean, hey, just that's if you could put 2 and 2 together, that's what it is. Look up, look high, look low, go upstairs. You know, the feint. You know what I'm saying? The feints, it's yeah, if you understand it, you understand it. But the feints are there, and he had no choice but to respect those kicks, so the motherfuckers were hurting. He didn't check not one of the motherfuckers. My shin looks beautiful. The motherfucker, them things was landing. And yeah, just, you know, feinted low, went up high. And yeah, man, just honestly, just textbook. You know what I'm saying? It's just honestly textbook. So that's all it is.
Do you know why he wasn't throwing any right hands? Because that right hand was low. did something you do in the first round, 2 rounds damage him, or maybe was he injured and it wasn't
I
all played out?
I think I don't know. I don't know if he's injured. That's something he will have to answer. But for me, I think he didn't want to. I was hoping. I was actually hoping he threw that right hand. You know, I had my game plan. I had my envisionment for the fight, and you know that my left side of my body is nasty. You know what I'm saying? My left kick, my left hand, it's honestly, I mean both. I'm pretty good at both sides, but I was looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, showing that, you know, little check hook, sleep him out real quick, get the finish, and I was looking for that right hand. Um, I could have got off the jab. I could have got off the jab, but since he didn't throw the right hand, I was kind of like, maybe he just waiting for me to kind of get in the pocket so he can let it loose. And like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm playing with the distances and shit. Like it's a lot of information. But people, you know, if you're a fighter, you understand, or if you're a
Yep.
fan that understands good stuff, you understand it. So yeah, he just didn't throw it. He didn't throw it at all. So it was all left hands. I don't think he threw any kicks. Yeah, so for me, it was like, all right, like, yeah, just get him to respect something. And he started respecting the kick. And yeah, from there, the rest was written in my brain, the matrix, downloaded it, got him up out of there.
Yeah, I mean, you had a wild exchange in that far corner from where we were sitting cage side last night. Wild exchange, which set it up. It was a super impressive performance, a come from behind dub, and when when the when you landed that kick, the crowd went nuts. Everybody got on their feet, and it was electric in there. Did you feel all that?
Honestly, bro, I felt it all from when I took my first steps towards the cage. You know, I just looked into the crowd. And like I said, it felt like a movie. It honestly felt like a movie. I felt
Mhm.
the energy. I felt the energy from the get-go. And it was kind of like, you know, for me with this show, I wanted to put on a show. I wanted to put on a show. So with my walkout music and everything else, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, I'm here to put on a show. And I knew it was going to happen in a fantastic fashion. You know what I'm saying? Whether he came out hot, came out timid, you know what I'm saying, type deal. I just knew it was going to be a fantastic fashion. And the fact that I was able to kind of do it in that way of like, you know, most people probably would have quit, you know, if you're not a fighter, you know what I'm saying? But they probably would have quit, right? Damn, I lost this round, lost that round, fights over with. I'm gonna submit. I'm being submissive to it or whatever, submissive to the thought of losing. And nah, man, it just the crowd seeing that, just like I said, fighting is a universal language that's just spoken between all of us, you know what I'm saying? And we can all relate. So just be able to share that moment with everybody was just kind of like, you know, like, listen, we all fighting is just like life, you know what I'm saying? We all be going through stuff. And just because it's at the third half, you ain't gonna quit on life, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna quit on your job, whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, it was just electric. It was a beautiful moment for sure. So
I was definitely impressed with Van Duzen there. You know, he or Van Holzen, I'm sorry, Van Holzen. You know, his performance with you last night. There seemed to be some issues with his coaching staff post fight. What went on there?
with his coaching staff,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's just more so, you know, he just was, you know, was talking real spicy, talking real crazy. I don't really, I'm with it all. You feel me? I'm cool with it all. Like, but yeah, just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even after I heard after the fight, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of still kind of talking a little crazy, whatever. But you know, that's them. Like, let their camp do what they do. Can't really control them. But between me and Van Hosen, it's always been a mutual respect and understanding that we are something special. And after that fight, just, you know, proved it for both of us. Now, you know, he's not a bad fighter at all, honestly. I just think a lot of things played into his advantage a little bit. Stuff I don't have to really talk about. It's not going to use an excuse or anything like that. But if it was certain different standards or certain different landscapes, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, the fight would have been a lot different. But it played into his favor, and the fact that it played into his favor and he still ain't win was just like, all right. So yeah, but between me and Van Hosen, me and him, you know, it ain't nothing. I don't have no animosity towards him. I would assume he doesn't either, but between the coaches and, you know, his people, we can't control them. So
Yeah. What was he talking? What was his coach talking crazy about?
I mean, it was just like, just like pre-build up fight stuff, just talking like, I don't know, just like, I don't know, just saying this little slick stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I don't really care. It's just, just little slick things. And, shit, don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash, honestly. You
Amen.
know?
Amen.
So, I don't know, but like I said, me and Van Hosen, I ain't got no animosity towards him. I would hope he could probably say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I got to chop it up with him after the fight. We took a pic, and definitely would love to train with him. You feel me? I think it needs to be more of that. Honestly, I feel like there's so many people that's in their own little worlds around here a little bit,
Yeah.
and not understanding that if we work together, be a little bit better. But yeah, man, me and Van Hosen, we're locked in for life, bro. We put on a show for the people.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, but as coaches, on the other hand, though, like just talking real crazy. But I mean, as such though, you know what I'm saying? You're going to war. You're going to war with somebody you train with all the time and you coach with all the time. So you're gonna back them up all day. I understand it, but don't try to talk crazy and come in my face and try to act like everything, like you wasn't saying some crazy things. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you had said if it was in a different venue, arena, where there's some things stacked against you from the promotional standpoint, or just things that weren't done from an athlete standpoint that you needed, or
No, just more so just like, yeah, just a lot of things played into his favor. I mean, amateur, the time limit. Mentally you could tell yourself I could fight for 9 minutes. Now you go professional. Can you mentally tell yourself you could keep a certain pace for 15 minutes? Um, the cage was, the cage is the cage, for sure. But the real ones know. I mean, that's why you got the UFC Apex. That's why it's such a big deal, right? Like, hey, that smaller cage, it does something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Especially with heavyweights, it does something. So, you know, uh, played into his favor. I didn't do my homework on that, but yeah, none of you other promotions will ever get me to. You know what I'm saying? I will always be on my toes when it comes to, I will do my due diligence and do my background check on everything. Um, well, yeah, it was a lot of things just played in his favor, man. And yeah, but yeah, I mean, if it was in a bigger cage, I'm not going to say it would have been a completely different fight. I'm not going to say that. However, my movement. I mean, you put me on a football field with somebody, I'm sticking and moving, and would have got that finish a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But and also, yeah, this is just whatever. It's whatever. It's done and over with. But shout out K4, you know what I'm saying, for putting on a good show that I don't think it was a heavyweight fight that's been around here at all. That was like that.
no,
Yeah, and yeah, that was what I'm
no,
saying. I don't think ever, and I don't think it ever will be again, honestly. So at least around here, so shout out K4 for putting that together. I'm happy that we were able to put that together. And
yeah,
yeah, man, it was an electrifying fight.
yeah. I mean that was good. What's
Dana
that?
White with the 50 G's, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to jump ahead because I want to ask you what was next, but let's jump ahead and let's talk about the picture that was just posted on social media. So the Bellator Grand Prix winner who just won $1 million, Patchy Mix, who's now also the interim Bellator Bantamweight champion, was in attendance with his badass girlfriend Tatiana Suarez, who is going to be the next UFC Women's Champion as well. He just posted that you guys were talking backstage and you got knockout of the night. What did it mean to have Patchy there talking to you and being Western New York's own as well?
Um, I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? It's motivation for one, you know what I'm saying? But when I first had seen him, it was backstage. So I was kind of already in my zone and in my movie. So I didn't really get to, I didn't really say. We just definitely said a little bit of words, you know what I'm saying? But it's more so he knew what time he a fighter, so he know what time it is. And but after the fact though, man, we got to chop it up, and yeah, we're fighters, man. Even he was saying some of the stuff that he has to do, he don't really like. He like fighting. That's what he like to do. And outside of all that, we definitely had a very good organic conversation. So yeah, I'm just honestly motivational. You know what I'm saying? See somebody like that come from around here and you know what I'm saying, can win some big money and do things. It just lets you know you could do it, bro. You know, you got to stay the path and you got to believe and yeah, man. But yeah, Patchy's like that. He's like that, bro. He's a good human being for sure.
Yeah, I was quite when Danny had told me he was there, and then they announced Tatiana. I was like, okay. I mean, that's legit. That's some big time. I'll be posting that picture of all four of us later today that we were able to take, which is amazing. So after this fight, what now?
But now, man,
I know you I know you're 24 hours removed. I can tell you that Combat FC has some interest.
yeah, no, tell Combat FC to get a bigger cage. We might be able to talk. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know, honestly. I know for me, it's to go in the dungeon. Go in the dungeon and start adding some spicy things to my pockets. You know what I'm saying? So next time I do get out there, it's I'm putting out at a different rate, because yeah, just I'm adding skills. So like I said, go in the dungeon for a little bit, man. Add these skills. Next time you see me, be a whole completely different fighter. And yeah, professionals around the corner, man. Whether it's the summer, late towards the summer, July, August, or maybe the end of this year. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what promotions can try to pull off a good matchup that we feel like is, something that is needed for me to kind of check off the box, you know what I'm saying, for my amateur career. And but if that's not if we can't do that, then whatever. Let's go professional. And we can still check off boxes professionally. You feel me? So yeah.
I mean, I'm looking right now. I mean, you're the number three. I could see, Monday morning or whenever Tapology, updates the rankings. It looks like the number one guy, he hasn't been active in over a year, but maybe, yeah, a little over a year now. So he hasn't had any fights. The number two guy has had a fight, Mike Carell out of Serra-Longo. He just had a fight in the beginning of the month on April 7th there. So he's active. I mean, is that the only fight in the amateur ranks that makes sense for you?
I'd have to look up those guys and see see what's kind of going on with them. You know, I am got a major target on my back and I need to start putting target on other people's back, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely will take my time to assess and try to figure out the next, that next move, you know what I'm saying? And try to get another amateur one, whether it's FCP. I would love for it to be with FCP or Cage Wars. We'll figure it out. I really like Cage Wars just because the cage, honestly, that cage is beautiful. That cage is like, I feel like I'm playing football at the Buffalo Bills Stadium or something like that. But no, FCP would be amazing to do those as well, just because you know, it was just his hometown stuff, bro. Yeah, it's just a foundational piece that's important because this fighting stuff, it's not just a now thing, it's a future thing too. And I want people probably from here just to be like, dang, like this dude and got here and did that. And he did it from here, I can go do it. Or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm not trying to be a, what I'm saying, in and out guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just take away from the game. I'm trying to like give as well. You feel me? So
Yeah. So is FCP's cage big enough for you where you would accept a fight if Bubba and company could uh get you a matchup that is willing, or are you potentially gonna entertain professional offers so you get start getting paid?
I'm with both. I'm with both. I would love to start getting paid, man. I would love to start getting paid.
Yeah.
I feel like, but at the same time, though, I'm on my internship right now. I'm on my
Yeah.
internship, and I need to. I love fighting, and yeah, if you love your job, bro, money don't really mean nothing. You feel me? Like I'm not money hungry at all because I know the money's going to get there. I don't have the goldfish mind, bro. I understand the long term plan with this, bro, and like what is able to be done from this, So, um, yeah, the money. I would love to get paid. I'd love to be like, dude, I just got paid $1,000, $2,000. Oh my god. But however, I love fighting and I just want to stay as active as possible. And yeah, I'm not trying to, there's no reason to rush it either. Like, bro, I'm 26 years old, like fucking 5-0. No reason why I can't have, like, if I really wanted to. I know it sounds crazy, right? Fucking 15 fights amateur, like what the heck? But like it's other people that do this from other countries, you know what I'm saying? Like, but around here, or like maybe in Americas, like these guys go have like 6, maybe 5 or 6 amateur fights, and then they go professional. And then it's like, all right, like now you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, did you at least get tested? It's a lot of questions, a lot of questions. I don't want to have any questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any questions now. You know what I'm saying? I believe in myself. It has nothing to do about believing in myself. But it's just the fact of having just competitions, man. That's it. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And when I go professional, it's gonna happen fast. That's why when I go professional, it's like, bro, I don't want to be going professional fighting just anybody, bro. So when I go professional, I would like to fight people with the belt. Just to show, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm like that. Give me that belt, give me that belt, give me that belt. All right, hey, Dana, 3-4-0. Let's make something happen. You know what I'm saying? That's how I envision it. I don't envision it kind of pitter pattering and picking and choosing my fights or anything like that. No, like, yeah, I'm trying to give me the people with the belt because I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna go take it. So yeah.
Yeah, it seems like, last night's fight, Van Duzen was, or Van Hosen, excuse me, I keep saying Van Duzen. Van Hosen was definitely a willing dance partner who challenged you, helped you face some adversity, answered questions about your mental toughness, how you could overcome that adversity, and you passed it with flying colors. So, I can tell you, one side note, what we're gonna do for your next fight camp is yeah, the MMA Fight Game podcast is gonna get behind your shorts, so you have some good shorts on as well. So we're gonna sponsor them shorts for you, and
Yeah.
get that rocking and rolling, along with helping build that base that you had mentioned, going back into the lab with your strength and conditioning and things like that. So we're all on board with that for sure. So,
Yeah.
but
Be a
absolutely.
whole completely different fighter, man. I'm telling you, like back to the dungeon. But me and you know, we know.
Yeah,
That's it.
yep, yep, 100%. I mean, last night was electric. Um, there is a strong rumor on the street at this weekend's Full Contact Promotions at May 6th at the Bill Gray's Iceplex. There's going to be a legendary UFC Hall of Famer in attendance.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. It's not 100% confirmed yet, so I can't drop the name. We can talk after, but it's definitely somebody you want to meet. Put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely. Chop
Put
it
it
up
that
with
way.
him.
But
Yeah.
Kabba, I appreciate you jumping on with us. Less than 24 hours after your major, massive viral knockout that you had. A lot of people saw it. I know Bellator, Combat FC, UFC. They all saw it. They all heard it. It's gone pretty viral today. But it was a hell of a performance, and we're definitely proud of you. And we look forward to your next one for sure.
No, bro. Thank you. Listen, I told you I needed a fight to put a stamp. And this, you know what I'm saying? This is the fight that allowed me to put that stamp, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, whether I don't know, like had a goldfish mind, yeah, he hit me with a few little things, but you know what I'm saying? It just it looked good. It looked good, whatever. But honestly, I mean, look, I still look good, have nothing going on. Yeah, but I put that stamp, you know what I'm saying? So anybody that want to come try it, come try it. Come see about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy. It's not easy fighting me. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I love it. All right, sit tight, bud.